So this is my 2012 Polaris Sportsman 500 HO that I recently bought, drove to Orlando, had a bad transmission, and now I'm in the process of cleaning all the parts and waiting for new parts. So let me get everything organized and then I'll show you guys what I've got. So here's a view of all the parts. Got most of them sorted out here. Here's a picture of the full quad. So I took the whole clutch assembly off. It's over there ready to be cleaned. Whole front suspension, back suspension taken off. There's only one rear caliper for some reason. The exhaust is over there. And it runs really well. It's got 169 hours on it. Let's see. 165 actually. And she starts right up. Car probably needs to be cleaned a little. Here are all the parts. And here is the old transmission. I bought it, had a clicking noise, didn't go into high, reverse didn't work. So I removed it. Oh shit, it's leaking. There you go. So I removed it and I figured out fluid was bad, and I also punctured this hole right here trying to remove it. So good thing I bought a new one. I don't plan on taking this apart, but I might depending on how the new one looks. So here's all the parts again. Let's get into cleaning all these. So pretty much what I'm going to do with all these parts, I'm going to blow them out with my air compressor and then hand clean with brake parts cleaner, and then probably scrub the rust off some of the bolts and the exhaust, which is in the back of my side-by-side. So let's get into it. So after completely ignoring what I said about hand washing and hand cleaning all of them, I went out of my driveway, I took the hose, turned it on, and I started with the lower and upper control arm. You see here I start washing them, and then I get some wheel cleaner and spray it on the exhaust heat shield and let it sit, and then start scrubbing that and washing it down. I think it came out pretty well. Then I start with the air intake. The air filter was disgusting. I'm probably going to need to buy a new one anyways, but I went ahead and cleaned it. See there, I spun it around and cleaned the inside of it. Now I'm getting into the air box. I washed inside and out. It was disgusting. I don't think it's ever been cleaned in its life. And then I grabbed the top and start cleaning it. That was pretty disgusting too. Now I grab the belt box and scrub the inside and the outside with a dirty old rag, and then I grab the frame support for the back that holds the suspension together and the transmission down, and clean it all up. Now I grab the inner box, the inner clutch box plate, and I clean it up, put some wheel cleaner on it, and it shines up great. Now I clean both the wheel hubs with brake parts cleaner. Scrub the insides a lot. Scrub the outsides, wash the outsides. I made sure to scrub them and then dry them off after. And then also later I put grease, which I'll show you how I did it. And also the brake rotor on the right hub was just completely screwed up, but I don't know if I'm going to buy a new one yet or just leave the old one. So now that all that is done, I'm going to leave the secondary clutch and the primary clutch alone, because I don't want to mess with that. I blew them off with the compressor. Hopefully that'll do it justice. Now I'm going to go into actually, never mind, I'm not going to wash that down just yet. I'm going to get the transmission hopefully Friday and have another video of me putting all the parts back and washing this and starting it up and seeing if it works. Right now I'm going to grease the bearings and the wheel hubs just so they don't rust or form any, so they don't bind up. Let's get to it. So now I've got the wheel hubs. I'm going to take my heavy duty marine grade grease. I'm going to take the wheel hub. I'm just going to put a little in there. Just squeeze a little dab on the rings. 2 or 3 pumps should be quite a lot. And then I'm going to rub it all around the ring right there and make sure that's all good. Try not to get in the splines in the middle of the wheel hub. See, just like that. I'm gonna spin it a little. Make sure that grease has got into there. And now hopefully that bearing will last a little bit longer. I'm gonna do the other one. This is actually the right back wheel hub. And Polaris was smart enough to only put one brake disc for the rear brakes, which I don't have any idea why they would do. It's pretty easy just to put 2 calibers and 2 brake disc on the wheel hub, but they decided to do it. Also have a little bit of, there you go, this bearing spins a lot better. Not because of me, but just, I don't know why. And then grab a towel, wipe the excess. I also have a little beef with the Polaris transmission because it's actually a transmission and a drivetrain at the same time. Polaris has this, they rigged up multiple gears and chains inside the actual transmission and the drivetrain to create one big whole expensive part so that it's harder to replace, and you bring it to the Polaris shop and they'll fix it for you. That's probably one of the flaws of these 2012s through, I think, 2016. Even some of the better models like the 850s and 1000s had these transmissions. I just hate them. But let me get a towel, clean this up, and we'll move on. So right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug the fuel line back up from the fuel pump and try and adjust the idle because it was idling a little high. And we'll see if I can adjust the idle. See if it runs. Actually, it's been sitting for a week, so I wonder if the carb has gugged up. So Polaris was smart enough to create a code that wouldn't let it start up with no transmission. Good job, Polaris. Aren't you so smart? So that'll be the end of the video for today. I'll probably make a new one either tomorrow or Friday when I get the transmission, and hopefully I'll have this thing back up and running. Make sure to like and subscribe, and go check out my new Instagram page. I'm going to be posting pictures of my trailer project, my Yamaha Rhino that I'm trying to sell right now, and any future projects. Give a little sneak peek of what I'm doing next. Hope you guys have a great night, great day. I'll see you next time.